Okay, we're going to wrap up the course with our fourth module in the fourth week for artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence has created a lot of discussion in schools. There is definitely no cohesive guidance that I've seen, but schools are beginning to provide guidance. Make sure that you are familiar with what your school or your school district is saying about both teacher use and student use. But in this module, we're going to dive into what artificial intelligence is, what a large language model is, what it works, what it can do and can't do very well. Be familiar with some of the ethical and responsible uses of artificial intelligence. I'm going to walk you through the crafting of prompt engineering with a large language model such as ChatGPT, and then you're going to co-create a learning activity or lesson with one of the AI tools that we're going to talk about. Here's your checklist. But first, a retrieval practice. In your learning journal, please answer these two questions. Please don't look at your guided notes to answer them. You want to see if you can recall them from memory. Once you do, you can refer back and see how well you did. Talk about how this retrieval practice pulls learning out instead of trying to push learning in, and what your experience is with that. So we'll dive into what artificial intelligence is. Here's your guided notes document for that. We have a couple articles about what AI is, responsible use of AI. Go ahead and put your thoughts and capture key points in your guided notes. Working smart with AI, here are some tools that are common. The big ones are School AI, major redesign, an upgrade over the summer. They create what are called spaces where students can actually chat with AI-enabled bots where they can ask questions. For example, you can ask questions of Abraham Lincoln about events of the Civil War. You can talk to somebody about different scientists. You can talk to mathematicians. You can talk to poets. You can have it coach you. Really, this is really the direction I see AI going for education, is more of a coaching model that does not give answers. School AI does train their bots to not give answers. It's not 100% foolproof, but that's what we want. We want students to be able to have a resource to get information and coaching while the teacher is busy helping others, and kind of help alleviate some of the burdens and pressures to be everywhere at once, so to speak. So explore that. Magic School is one of those great tools. It is also FERPA and COPPA compliant. They've got an AI chatbot in there as well, and students can work with that, generate lesson plans, rubrics, quizzes, just like you can in School AI. Also have opportunities to chat with Raina to make things better. You do have to pay. Magic School is a freemium tool, which means you get some things for free. Some things are part of their paid plan, so make sure you check to see which is which so that you know what you're getting. They do offer a free trial in the beginning as a way to entice you to go for their paid plan if you want. Put CurePod in here again because it does have that AI-enabled feedback. Notebook LM is a Google tool. It's a fantastic tool for both teachers and students. Again, check with your school's policy about student use, but you can upload documents, links to websites, YouTube videos, and it will curate it, and you can chat with those resources. You can ask a question. It will only use those resources to provide the response to you. It will automatically generate audio podcasts, video overviews, and I just saw that they've upgraded their video overview tool just the other day with a tool called Nano Banana. But essentially what it does is it does a much better job making the video overviews. Check it out if you've got a unit where you have several PDFs, videos, and websites that you use. I think you'll really like this. It can turn it into a student-facing resource really quick. It can develop your quizzes for you as well, and it can be very specific to your student needs. And then finally after that, we're going to talk about how to prompt tools like ChatGPT and Google Gemini. There's a video here about 7 tips. I'll take those tips and I'll walk you through how to create a prompt for a learning management system. I kind of boil it down to a little bit of a smaller chunk, which I think you'll find useful. And then finally, we have an AI task. You're going to use AI to create a learning activity or a lesson plan, and here are the requirements here. You're going to post that into the discussion board here, and you're going to talk about the advantages of using AI, and then talk about other ethical considerations where students are going to use it. Um, Once again, I can't say this enough. Please be aware of what your school or your district policy is about students using AI. I would recommend that if your students are not currently permitted to use AI, you probably should just focus on how AI can be used to make your lesson planning easier, how it can create multiple versions of quizzes so that you can differentiate and address the needs of some of your students who might have accommodations and things like that. But then make sure you're responding to other people, and we're going to hopefully learn a lot in this week about using AI. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And then finally, your learning journal. Again, you put your retrieval practice in there, and then you can have your reflection on how artificial intelligence is shaping education. I consider it to be disruptive in a way that we haven't seen in our lifetimes, as least. And AI is only AI is the worst it's ever going to be right now. It's only going to get better. So where this goes, nobody really knows, but there's a lot of theories out there. So I'm curious to know what you think about that. And overall, I've really enjoyed this course with you and learning alongside of you and hearing what you're doing in your classroom. And I hope that you've been able to take some things away that you'll be able to implement in your classroom. And I hope you have a really restful and peaceful holiday season.